Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 41 of Bardic Quest, the show where a group of British trained actors tell fantastical, improvised stories through the medium of Dungeons and Dragons. So, this session, we are without not one but two of our cast members, Annina and Isaac, as they both are furthering their acting careers without us. How dare they? So we are both without Saga and Thorik, but we are going to do everything we can to make up for that. Well, I say we, Ollie and James are going to do everything they can to make up for that. Also, a big thank you, of course, to our friends at Syrinscape for allowing us to use the ambience and sound effects that you hear in this show. So a big thank you to them. Check them out at Syrinscape.com, and I would highly recommend using them at your table, and particularly your digital online games as well, for extra immersion, which we all like. So without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. Last time, our heroes continued on their journey towards the Old Owl Well on their hunt for the red wizard named Harmon Cost. En route through the hills south of the tribal trail, they passed by what looked to be a long abandoned outpost made up of log cabins which looked to have been deserted in a hurry, given the volume of prospecting tools that lay about the location. However, our heroes found nothing of interest there, and so ventured on, eventually setting up camp for the night. During the final watch of the night, Thorik had heard something shambling around the edge of camp. Thorik immediately awoke the others, casting light on Johann's dagger, which he threw into the darkness towards the sound. Which is where we pick up now, with our heroes stood in their camp, staring into the light as it bounces off the grim visages of 5 monstrous-looking men. So, you look out into the darkness, this light reflecting off these wretched things which perhaps were once human, but their hunger has replaced any humanity they might have. Their withered bodies seem to be composed of little more than bruised skin stretched over sinew and bone, and their bulbous belly juts out, sloshing from side to side as it moves. Filth and gore are staining its claw-like hands and wizened faces, and their eyes are as black as pitch weep this tarry substance, which a black tongue slithers from their fang mouths, licking from their cracked lips. And upon seeing you, they charge into the camp with a frenzy. So, can we have initiative, please, folks?
In the words of the Chuckle Brothers, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 20!
Oh, boom!
To me, that will be a natural 1.
You are joking.
First roll of the game.
What's your initiative bonus, though?
+3, so it's 4.
4. Okay, cool.
Good start.
Good start. Good start.
Okay. So, it's not going to be a surprise to anybody then that Sergei, you are up first. You're about 30 feet away from these creatures at this point. There's
Okay.
five of them at the edge of the light. So from where you are, they are just on the cusp of the bright light. Any further back and they'd be in dim light, which means you're not going to be attacking with disadvantage, which is good.
Lovely.
What would you like to do? As I say, there are 5 of them near you.
That you say they've got their tongues flailing around and whatever, right?
Yes, correct.
I'm going to do the exact same back at them, and I'm gonna go, run away, you terrifying beasties, and cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level, which is a Wisdom save on assumably the closest one.
A Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That is going to be an 8.
That fails, so they will take 4d6 damage, and they must run use all of their movement speed to run as far away as me, to run as far away from me as possible.
As a reaction, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do the damage first.
That'll be 13 hit points of psychic damage.
13 damage, yeah?
Yeah, 13 damage of psychic damage.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
I'm gonna do that then.
Sorry. So it takes 13 psychic damage, and so as it's charging towards you, it's kind of in this almost like frenzy, and then you do all your frenzied screaming straight back at it, waving your tongue around in the air, and you see it kind of almost reel back in fear, which is quite surprising for a creature that looks so grotesque. And then it flees off, and you just see it kind of flee past the edges of the light into the darkness at this moment.
Okay, cool. Then as my bonus action, I'm just going to start jogging on the spot and start jogging backwards slowly and go, "You're up, Johann. Good luck. These are terrifying. Goodbye now." And I'm going to move behind Johann and maybe try and take cover behind it. We don't have any tents up, do we?
No, you've only got sleeping bags, and you didn't have... your fire is out as well. You have no fire at this point, so the only light is the dagger. But you're going to hide behind like a bush, was it?
Yeah, if there's a doable bush to hide behind.
Yeah, there's a small bush just to your left.
Good luck, Johann. I've cast Bardic Inspiration, by the way, as my...
Oh, thanks.
Bonus action on you.
Okay, all right. So, now, am I understanding with the Dissonant Whispers that essentially now we're in a position where it just has to use that reaction, and now it can return to normal behaviour? Is that right?
It must use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Doesn't move on dangerous grounds, such as fire or a pit. So, yeah. Okay,
great. Fine, thank you. Okay, so let's deal with that creature first. You see it, Johann, re-emerge back into the light. And then it charges straight towards you, Johann.
Okay.
However, it's just dashed at this point, so it doesn't have another action to use, so it can't attack you this round. That doesn't necessarily go for the same for the others.
Okay.
Which at this point, because Sergei has hidden behind a bush, makes you target number 1, really. For all of them.
Right.
So, one of the creatures runs towards you. Okay. And it is going to, with its blood-stained claws, just take a swipe at you. Okay. And that's going to be 14 against your armor class.
My armor class is 14.
It is 14, so that does technically make it a hit, unfortunately, because you only have to match the armor class.
Oh.
So that means then that you are going to take 2d4 worth of damage, of slashing damage. 2d4 plus 2, rather. So that's going to be, luckily for you, 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage. However, as this claw strikes at you, you actually feel it just catches you on the arm, and you just feel the kind of the graze really start to throb. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
A Constitution saving throw it is. Okay, that will be 7 + 1, which is 8.
Okay. So, the scratch from the claw actually grows cold, and you feel this numbness spread rapidly from the wound, followed by a sudden rigidity. Your muscles start to stiffen, your joints start to lock, and your body stops responding to any mental command to move. You are now paralyzed.
Sergei!
Which could last for up to a minute. However, at the end of each of your turns, you're going to get a successive save, so you might be able to break out of it. But for now, at least, this round, you're paralyzed.
Am I stood like a statue, or do I fall over? Like Neville Longbottom style?
I think at the moment, more kind of you're just unable to move. I think you're probably still maybe on your feet. Actually, yeah, I think you're probably still on your feet at this point, but for how long will be another matter entirely.
Johann starts in a monologuing. The pain was bad. The embarrassment was worse.
So, just to give you clarity, mechanically speaking, Johann, you're incapacitated, which means that you can't move or speak. Okay? The other thing as well is that you automatically fail any strength and dexterity saving throws. Any attacks against you also have advantage. Okay? And any attack that hits you is automatically a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of another creature. Paralysis is pretty bad.
So it's like,
Johann.
so it's like sneak attack, but on me.
Yeah, kind of.
The
Yeah.
last bit anyway.
Tables.
I have tasted my own medicine.
So,
Does
we
not
still
taste.
have 3 of these creatures that haven't yet acted. So, one of them, now seeing you on the floor, well, not on the floor, but paralyzed, sees an opportunity and charges towards you. Okay? Licking its lips as it does so, almost with a look of glee in its face. Okay? And it is going to charge at you, and it opens its mouth wide and tries to take a bite out of your shoulder.
No.
Okay, and that is going to be 19 against your armor class. And because you are paralyzed, it is attacking with advantage. With a critical hit, sorry. So it's going to be double dice damage. So that's going to be... Oh, Jesus. 20 piercing damage against you as it rips a huge chunk of flesh from your shoulder, and blood kind of spreads over its mouth as you just watch in horror, unable to do anything. And as it does so, it kind of pushes you down to the ground in your paralysis, and it just you see as you fall, you see the other ghouls in the background just charging towards you, almost looking at you like prey. So we still have 2 more of these.
Oh my god. I should not have run away.
So one of the creatures charges in, tries to dogpile on top of you, but he's got 3 of these other creatures in the way, so it can't really get to you as these other creatures just try and tear into you as well. And likewise for that, the fifth and final one just can't quite get into a position yet where it can feast upon your flesh.
That's handy.
So, Johann, you're up.
Am I?
Kind of. Kind of. You can't move or speak, which means you can't really do much.
But I can try and make a saving throw.
But you can try, exactly, you can try and make a saving throw.
Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw, just to be clear.
Okay. Come on, baby. Papa needs a new everything. 19!
19, okay. As you're kind of being piled on top of by these creatures, you start to feel the cold stiffness fade, leaving you with a little bit of pins and needles, but you do finally have the ability to move again.
So, I love that. I've got a massive chunk missing from my shoulder. Ooh, got a bit of pins and needles in my finger.
Obviously, with regard to the stiffness, not necessarily the significant flesh wound on your shoulder. That's another matter entirely.
Oh, I've been lying down too long.
You're looking pretty bad at this point.
Yeah,
right?
I've only got 4 HP left.
Ooh, okay. Now, the save happens at the end of your turn, unfortunately, Johann. So we now move to Sergei.
Wait. Can I say something?
You could say something, yes. I'll give you that.
This is the one idea that I have. I hold up my bottle of oil. I have a flask of oil still, and I throw it. Am I strong enough? Am I too weak to throw something?
Well, that would count really as an action, which would be
fair.
me bending the rules a little too much. But you can certainly speak, but I don't think you can do anything.
So I hold the flask up, as if to say, I can't throw it right now. But this is my idea. Maybe I go to, I don't know. I start fumbling with tinder, but I start sloshing the oil flash back and forth to Sergei.
I think I've got the message.
Hopefully he's picking up what I'm putting down.
So, Sergei, you're currently behind a bush. To your right, you can see this dog pile of these horrible, grotesque men just piling on top of Johann, looking to feast on him. What would you like to do?
Can I see the flask of oil?
Yeah, I'd say so. Just about.
Right.
It's a pretty horrific sight, though. He's pretty much surrounded by 5 of these creatures.
Could I, as a bonus action, you have to tell me if this slide is a bonus action. I've got a belaying pin in my inventory.
A what, sorry?
Belaying pin, which is like a one on ships. It's a thing that holds ropes in.
Okay, sure.
It's made of wood. I think we got it when I made my character, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
It's made of wood. So could I light it and then, as a bonus action, use my move to come out and then cast another Dissonant Whispers?
Talk me through that again. So you're going to light it as a bonus action?
Yeah, and then come out the bush is my move.
Yeah.
And then, as my action, cast Dissonant Whispers.
I think I could allow that, yeah.
Okay. I will light it.
Okay.
I will come out the bush. Maybe waving it around a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Get away from my Johann! And then I will cast another Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level on probably the one that's taken a bite into Johann.
Okay, alright, sure. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Wisdom save, yeah.
And that's an 18.
That's going to succeed. They still take 2d6 of damage.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled a 1 on both the dice, so that'll be a total of 2 hit points.
Oh, no. Okay.
But I've got fire.
Oh,
Well,
that's shaping up to be a tense one.
That's
I like to
true.
imagine I'm coming out going, get away from my Johann.
All right. Nothing else for you to do at this point?
I believe that's everything that I can do.
You are, fairly close to some of these ghouls at this point. Really, really close, like practically engaged with them. The one that you just cast Dissonant Whispers on takes one look at you, licks its lips, and just charges at you.
I don't taste that good.
It brandishes its claws overhead and just takes a swipe at you. So that is going to be 19 against your AC.
Yeah, that bad boy hits.
Oh, I'm using new dice today, and I think they're being a bit brutal to you. I'm so sorry.
I'm changing mine.
Okay, so that's going to be 2d4 plus 2 damage. Okay, oops, that's the wrong dice. So that's going to be 6 slashing damage to you, sir. And like Johann before you, you feel the numbness of that claw mark. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh. Yes, it's a 19 plus 2, so 21.
Okay. So that claw mark numbs for a brief moment, and then it aches, and then you feel a tremor go through your body. But the sensation passes, leaving only a throbbing quality to that wound. So you are not paralyzed for now. So the one of the other creatures, Johann, is going to, seeing that you are no longer paralyzed, is going to slash at you with its claws as well. But that's only going to be 5 against your AC. So you kind of manage to roll around and just kind of dodge those claws as you're kind of just being piled on.
Thankfully, the part of my shoulder he was aiming for is no longer there.
But that doesn't stop another of the creatures from attempting the same as it slashes at you with its claws. This time, an 8 against your AC. So,
It see me.
one of these other creatures that couldn't get to you before kind of joins in on the pile-on, desperate to bite into some of that tasty human flesh that you are yielding. It strikes its claws at you as well. See, I've cursed my dice now, because now we're looking at a 5 against your AC. So you just have these creatures just piling on, just trying to take a swipe at you with their claws, and not getting anywhere as you kind of, in fear for your life and your flesh, quite frankly, just kind of roll around, just dodging every strike against you. One of the other creatures at the back of this pylon sees an opportunity, now that it can't get to you, Johann, and looks over and sees Sergei, and runs over again with that frenzied appetite and swipes its claws at Sergei.
Do I get an attack of opportunity because it has to go past me?
Technically not, because you'd have to attack past the other creatures, unfortunately. But good call. That's going to be an 18 against your AC there.
Yeah, that bad boy's gonna hit.
Okay, so now we're looking at, again, 2d4, and that's going to be 6 against your 6 damage. Sorry, 6 slashing damage. And once again, as you feel the wound, the greys start to throb, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Nat 20.
Oh, boom. Okay. Once again, you feel that tingle spread up your arm, but you kind of resist it, and that claw mark is just throbbing. Okay, so that's all of those creatures. So Johann, finally, you get to try and strike back
With an inspiration dice.
with an inspiration.
Hey, thank you very much. I'll take anything I can get at this point. So I'm losing quite a lot of blood.
Yes, with a massive wound on your shoulder.
So I feel like I might be sensing the end when with a resolute outward breath, Johann goes, "I will not die like this," and starts like, you know how when people try to set light to people's homes with jerry cans of gas, they start like throwing it all over the place.
All over them. Okay.
So like oil flask, I don't know if it's on a screw or like a cork, so it's like, and just so, and starts chucking it all over his assailants,
Dousing them with it.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be much of an arc because they're quite close to him. Just a few kind of, while taking a few cautionary steps back so that they're out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last of it. Can I put some of it on my sword?
Sure.
Just to be extra badassery.
Mm-hmm.
Draws my rapier. Last little vestiges.
Oh, we're losing you, Ollie.
Quite literally.
No, Ollie, come back. Ollie?
Ollie,
Ollie?
don't go into the light.
Ollie?
Ollie.
Ollie!
Ollie.
This is not good.
This is terrifying.
I'll definitely have to fix this in post. Ollie!
Ollie.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone! Ollie!
He's dead. Well, I guess Sergei's just got to do it on himself.
Let's hold fire. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, so does a tinderbox?
Yeah, just go from the point, because you started to freeze. Go from the point of like where you put it on your blade.
I was going to ask before we start again. Does it
Yes.
require? Does a tinderbox require two hands to use?
Yes.
Fuck. Never mind then. Forget the blade stuff.
Right.
Let's just go straight from dousing, douse.
Okay.
Throw the rest of it on the floor. Tinderbox. Oh, hang on. And I say to my oncoming assailants, farewell, abhorrent. Your curse is ended. Ching, spark my tinderbox in the direction of the fallen oil, and hopefully set it alight.
Okay. So this is an improvised weapon, which I believe is normally D6 damage. So we'll go with that.
How many?
So let's do a roll to hit on the 3 that you're surrounded by.
Cool.
Okay, and then we'll go from there.
Cool.
Actually, should it be a roll to hit? There's probably a save from them, actually, isn't it?
I would say
I
so.
would have thought. So let's do a dexterity saving throw from them all.
Does it successfully light, first and foremost?
I'm going to go with yes, because
Cool.
it's just pretty cool and badass. So I'm going to go with yes. It's going to successfully light, but now we're going to see kind of how many of them kind of manage to either get out of the way of the flame or the oil. So we've got 3 of them to go with. Okay. So, well, one of them rolled a natural 20. So he's going to step out the way and not get covered in any of the oil. One of them rolled a natural 1. So he's just going to get most of it.
Eat the oil.
And then the other one rolled a 15. So I'm going to say that's a pass, unfortunately, for them. For you, rather. Fortunate for them, unfortunate for you. But I think at least we've got this one that's covered in oil and flame. So let's go with a D6, as it's an improvised weapon, fire damage. And I reckon, because I'm feeling nice, let's add your dexterity modifier onto that as if it was like a ranged attack.
That would be a +3.
Okay.
So 5 + 3 is 8.
8. Okay. So this one that is just utterly doused in this oil just erupts in flame, and you hear it scream and squeal at this high-pitched sound as it just kind of burns and flops to the ground. Defeated.
Now I draw my sword.
Okay, so Sergei, you've just seen over the two creatures that are engaged with you, one of them just erupt in flame and fall to the ground. Johann is looking pretty weak. He's got a huge chunk of flesh just missing from his shoulder, blood pouring everywhere. He's looking pretty weak. And you've got two creatures on you, whilst he has got two on him as well.
Okay. Oh man, I can't get to those. I can't get to you this turn, Johann. But I do have Cure Wounds when I can get to you. But for now, I am going to draw my rapier and just stab.
Stab? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Johann approves this action.
So you've got two on you. One of the ones is the one that you wounded with your Dissonant Whispers. And the other one is unhurt.
I'll go for the one I've wounded with Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
already.
Cool.
That'll be a 14 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Excellent. Is it? What do you add to your damage?
So it should be, if you're proficient with a rapier, you should be adding +2. And if you, with a rapier, you can add either your strength or your dexterity, because it's a finesse weapon.
Oh, do you add the proficiency to damage as well?
No, you don't. Sorry, you are
Okay,
correct
cool.
there. Thank you.
That's alright.
Yeah, so just
therefore-
your dexterity or your strength then.
That'll be a 9 with my dexterity.
9 damage.
Yeah, I rolled a
Nice.
7 +2.
Okay, so you kind of plunge your rapier into this creature. You manage to catch it in the shoulder, so no, if these things even do have working vital organs, certainly nothing that's been penetrated, but certainly enough to see your rapier kind of go out its back, and then as you pull it out, a bit of like black substance, possibly blood, just kind of splashes out into the darkness. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
Could I then, with my flaming little torch belaying pin, burn the wound?
Burn the wound?
As in, like, stab that into the wound, just created with the sword.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it could come into 2-weapon fighting?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so I'll roll without adding anything to that. That's 20!
Oh!
I'm not even joking.
Well, that was very for something that I'm like, yeah. All right, go for it then. So what's the?
I guess it'd be...
It's probably improvised, isn't it? I guess. So maybe we'll do a
Yeah.
D6 again.
6.
Nice. Okay. How are you finishing it?
Oh. After stabbing it, I'll just go and stab the little flaming thing in and hold it there just as it.
All right. So that creature also just drops to the ground as you finish it off. So we're now down to 3 of these creatures. It's their turn to act, however. So the one on you, Sergei, seeing you drop its friend, seems like completely the wrong word to use.
Friend.
Its fellow creature. Let's go with that.
Have the capacity to make friends.
Uh-oh.
What have we done?
So it's going to strike at you with its claws. But actually, it kind of strikes at you, completely fumbles. You sidestep it, and it just kind of falls into the bush next to you.
Nice.
So, Johann, you've got 2 of these creatures on you as well. neither of you are paralyzed. Well, neither of you, but particularly you, Johann, in this instance, aren't paralyzed. So they see this as an opportunity, and they both strike their claws at you. And one of them is going to hit you with a 15 plus 4, so 19 against your AC.
That'll hit.
Jesus. This isn't good. You're not very good on hit points either, are you?
No.
I don't think, in fact, looking at it, I don't think there's any way you come out of this without dropping. That's going to be 7 slashing damage against you. And you drop to the ground. Oh, crap. Okay. Johann, Sergei, you see Johann just drop with these creatures. It's not looking good for you, Johann. One of the other creatures is going to see an opportunity here. We're probably going to be going in. We're probably going to be going into negative hit points here, Johann, possibly. So it's going to be. Oh, even with advantage though, this creature goes to take a bite out of you, and gets distracted by the other creature hurling into the bush.
Like a goldfish.
So what? All right. So actually, you were very, very lucky there, Johann.
So these zombies, not only are they capable of making friends, but also showing some sort of mercy or like sense of honor when it comes. I will not strike a fallen foe. He is no threat anymore.
So that brings us then to Johann. We're going to need you to make a death save, please.
Okay.
Can you not? Can you add Bardic? Have you used your inspiration?
No, I haven't.
Can you use Bardic Inspiration on a death save?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't have thought so. Let me.
Inspired from the grave. One ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Does a death save count as a saving throw?
It's a death save. I guess death save?
People in comas can hear people.
Well, that's a cheery thought.
All right. Yeah. Let's go with let's rule it as a saving throw. It's called a death save. So if you want to add it to. I mean, you're dying. You're not dead. So I suppose.
What do I need to roll? I'm rolling a D.
So it's a D20 plus whatever your Bardic Inspiration is, if you want to use it. You need basically a 10 or higher to pass.
Here we go. That'll be a 14.
Okay, so you're stable at least. You're not dying. You're stable at the very least. Okay? Unless, of course, anything does any more damage to you.
I'm just lying on the ground like, this is a bad day.
Okay.
Hate Mondays.
So, Sergei, you're up. You've just seen Johann drop. There's the ghoul kind of gone headfirst into a bush next to you, and there are 2 of these ghoulish creatures piling on top of Johann at this point. Well, one of them looking your way, actually. It's just seen this. Its comrade.
Could I move without opportunity of attack now? Because its comrade has gone flying past.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to allow that, yes.
Lovely. I will run over to Johann, slide along the floor, place my hand on Johann, and go, Johann, I need you to live. I need you to laugh. And I need you to love. And cast Cure Wounds at 1st level.
Okay. So...
By the power of live, laugh, love. I am reborn.
How many hit points?
1d8 plus 2, so 4.
4.
4.
Well, that's better than nothing. He was on 4 hit points for a while.
Whee! Okay, I live. I'm back. 4 hit points?
Yes, 4 hit points.
Cool.
You are, however, prone, of course, as of right now. Which means that, obviously, things have advantage against you and you have disadvantage on attack rolls as of right now. Okay? but you can use your move action to stand up instead of getting out of dodge. Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I should have stayed in bed anyway.
However, as of right now, it's the creature's turns. So
we just kind of do the movie slow turn
yes.
towards them.
You see one of them kind of pull itself out of the bush as it turns and gives Sergei a terrifying look as it licks its lips and runs back towards you, Sergei, striking at you with its claws. And that's going to be a 13 against your AC.
That hits.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I only have 11.
Oh, of course you do. Of course
Are you wearing your armor?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You better believe it.
So that's going to be 6 slashing damage against you.
Ouch.
As you feel that potential paralysis start to spread across your chest. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
11?
11 just passes as you feel, just feel this the claw mark just throb across your chest. However, you are also very much in the firing line of some of these other creatures. So another one, actually, Sergei, after having seen you ruin its potential meal, is going to strike its claws at you again, Sergei.
Ruh-roh.
And this is going to be 21 against your AC.
Oh, I feel like that might hit.
I feel like it might as well. And that's going to be 7 slashing damage against you.
Oh, it's getting a little bum squeaky over here.
It's getting very bum squeaky over here. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Sergei?
Oh, 21.
Okay,
Ooh.
great. So once again, that claw mark doesn't quite turn into full paralysis, but certainly there's pins and needles across some of your limbs as you resist the paralysis. Which means we're left with one more of these creatures. It's going to strike at Johann with its claws.
Hey.
Fuck, that's going to be 20 against your armor class.
How many? Sorry?
20 against your armor class, so I'm guessing that hits.
Hit doesn't hit. These are just words.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Am I down again?
I think so. We're looking at 8 damage. 8 slashing damage. Drop again. Oh, Christ, this isn't looking good at all, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
But I still haven't had any failures yet, so that's good.
No, that's true. That's true. You didn't actually manage to even stand up. You just got revived, and then just like dropped to the ground.
I feel like such a Yamcha right now.
All right, this is really not looking good at all. So Johann, it's actually your go again.
Oh. Well,
let's go with a death saving throw, please.
Yeah, why not? Let's see if I see them pearly gates or not. That will be a 9. Can I use Bardic Inspiration?
Did you use it last time?
No. Didn't use it. Rolled
then
14.
yes, you can. I'm going to say yes because that's what
Oh my god.
Well, I see a tunnel of light forming and some heavenly voices beckon me to join them. I also hear the singing voice of a familiar halfling beckoning me back to the world I know.
Johann, live, laugh, love.
And then my eyes reopen again and I realise, I'm still here.
So that's a successful saving throw. You're stable at least for now. Sergei, you're up. You've got 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to know how many hit points I have? I've got this singular one. Christ, okay. running out of things to do here. So, I guess I gotta hope for a high roll. Oh my god, the life and death decisions. I'm going to cast. Firstly, I'm going to bardically inspire again, Johann.
Okay.
Johann, I need you, please! And then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers, this time at first level, because I'm out of second level spell slots.
Okay.
On any of them looking weaker specifically.
At this point, the 3 remaining creatures have been untouched.
Well, that's good to know. I shall therefore just cast it on any one of them. Take your pick.
Well, there's one that's currently on Johann, and then you've got 2 more that are very much interested
I'll go for the one on Johann.
Okay. All right.
Aww.
So he makes a wisdom saving throw
Yeah,
of 12.
that is my spell save. Is a 12.
So you normally it needs to meet the DC to
Yeah.
succeed. So that is going to be a save.
Okay. However, it does still take some damage.
Yes.
And take 3 hit points of damage.
Okay. That's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
And I believe that's my go up. Bad rolls. Bad rolls.
Oh my god.
We can only hope at this point, can't we?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start with the one that's on Johann. He's going to try and take a bite out of him.
Why do I feel like there was no point waking up?
And it is going to take a chunk out of your side, Johann.
I mean, I presume when I'm brought back at like 0 HP anyway, so...
Yes, unless you're healed with like a cure wounds or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm prone. I don't know...
What's your maximum hit point level?
28.
Oh, okay, fine. So you're now at like minus 14. Okay, you don't want to hit that minus 28 number, because that's death outright.
So what?
Okay?
Am I just being kind of like savaged?
Yes, this one is just like taking its opportunity to just take some flesh out of your side. Okay? And you're just being ravaged by this creature. So now you're gonna basically be back into dying mode.
Ow.
Okay, at this point, so the stability is now gone. Okay.
Cool.
We have 2 of these creatures now on Sergei.
No! Go away!
One of them is going to swipe at you with its claws, and that's going to be an 11 against your AC. Does that hit?
My armor class, I'm afraid, is 11, though.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you're not going down on this.
Can I use a Featherfall as a reaction on its hand?
What's that?
Can I use my reaction to cast Featherfall on its hand to slow it down?
Is Featherfall a reaction? I don't think that's really how Featherfall works, though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It is technically a reaction, though.
Yeah, but I don't think this has got anything to do with gravity and more like force of muscle.
Yikes.
Nice try, though. So that's going to be 7 slashing damage against you.
I'm dead.
Okay.
I hit the deck.
So, you hit the deck.
Who's gonna win? 2 coma
You
patients
can just
or 3 zombies?
hear the sounds of these creatures just feasting on you both as they rip flesh from your bodies, and your bodies start to go into an element of shock as darkness just passes over your eyes. Which is where we shall end this week's episode.
Wayne,
Yes.
are you aware of Fallout 4?
I am aware of Fallout 4, but I admit I've never played Fallout 4.
Fair enough. In Fallout 4, there is a character called the Mysterious Stranger who, in moments of peril, where you're on low health and no ammunition, or even indeed not white, will turn up and insta-kill the thing you're trying to kill.
Well,
And I don't suppose there's any such room for such a character in this situation.
all I'll say before we sign off for the episode is that's Fallout 4.
Long shot, but I had to take it.
Well, look, we'll find out what happens in the next episode. But for now, thank you everyone for tuning in. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as well, and tell us what you think of this episode. That will appease those algorithm gods for us as well. So we will catch you guys next week.
R.I.P.